Hey y'all, it's Nancy the Handy Scandy here for Whimsy Stamps. Thanks for joining me today. So today I have challenged myself to create with just the things that are on my desk, and specifically just the whimsy items that are on my desk. So we created this fun little tag as well as a bonus card, and these are some of the things that I had to pull from. So I started out with a congratulations word and shadow die, as well as these cutie little critters from the Jungle Birthday stamp set, and I just can't get enough of them. I think they're absolutely adorable. And then there's just some other backgrounds that I created from just kind of smudging up some ink on my desk, as well as some tags that were already cut. And these little backgrounds here were created with the no, it's not. It's cloudy. It's the Dottie 6x9. I started to tell you the wrong thing. Wouldn't be the first, would it? But I tend to correct myself. Anyway, there's also a panel from the that was cut out with the Wonky rectangle die as well. So those are all the items that are represented here, and I thought I was going in one direction and decided to go in a completely different direction. So I have all of these bits and pieces that are from other projects with the Dottie 6x9 stencil, and I decided that I was going to go with the tag, of course, as you can see, and I glued down one little piece, and I decided I'm going to strip it up, as we hear others say. And I glued it down, but it was really wonky, so I had to trim it up with my guillotine trimmer, and just so that I would have a straight base, if you will, to start from. So I'm just gluing them down, kind of alternating solid, white background, ink blended background, stamped, because essentially I stamped with the stencil. So I have different options, and I'm just layering them up, gluing them down, some thin, some thick, making sure that I'm alternating the colors as well. If I have the red on one end, I'm putting the green on the other, and vice versa. So once I get them all laid down and all glued in place, then I'll come back with my scissors and just trim it all out. I don't put it back through the guillotine trimmer. I just use my scissors and just trim it up, and it looks really good. But as we will see here in just a second, because I'm about to trim it up, a couple things. One, I feel like I should have used a larger scissor so that my cuts are fine, but I just feel like it could have been a little bit neater. But the second thing is, when I was looking at it, I realized that they just looked a little too disjointed. So I pulled out these brown scraps from my stash that are literally on my desk, and I just use them as a border, if you will, in between each layer. And these brown stripes really just marry all the different layers together. The brown makes it all make sense. So it gives it that solid, well, I'll call it a foundation for lack of a better word, but again, the brown stripes just marry it all together. And again, trimming off the excess with my little scissors, and I'm not worried about trying to fix that little piece there. See that little chink that's out in the corner? That's actually why I wanted to cover the tag. Sorry, loss of words again tonight. It's kind of late and I'm a little tired, so I do apologize. But now for this little guy, of course I'm fussy cutting him, and I wanted there to be more of a separation between him and the tag. So I left that big chunky white border around him, and I love it, but I feel like there still needs to be something between him and the tag. So while I'm trying to figure out how I'm going to kind of decorate or reinforce the hole, and I did not want to have to stand or cut anything out, because the challenge was to use what's already there. And then this little button piece actually is from the ATC book. It's cut out with one of those dies, and that was actually on my desk as well. So I'm going to use that. I've actually got it popped up on some double-sided foam tape just to give it a little bit of dimension. And I'm using this sisal that's on the floor right by my desk. And I just made a little sisal nest, and that acts to, or serves to be kind of the layer, if you will, between the little elephant and the tag, and I think it works really well. I think it's super cute, and it adds a little bit of character and something unexpected that you wouldn't necessarily expect on this kind of project. But then I just added some trims or some twine from my stash, as well as this little charm. Again, everything either on or on my desk or on the floor next to my desk. These little charms and the bulb pin just kind of add a little bit of character to it. And those actually are from Amazon, so I'll try to link to them if I can find them. But now from a bonus card, I wanted to go ahead and use some of these brighter colored things, and so I have my card base and then the rectangle that was die cut from the Wonky stitched rectangle dies, and then this is one of those backgrounds that I created just kind of ink smushing and sopping up some ink from a previous project. This little guy, as you saw in the beginning, was already stamped and colored up, and so I just popped him up on some foam tape after I fussy cut him out. And then off screen, I have added some confetti as well as some Nouveau Crystal Glaze. And that Nouveau Crystal Glaze got me in the end because I forgot it was wet, and I ended up stacking them on top of each other. And so in the upcoming pictures, you'll see that I've kind of, he looks like he's either winking at you or like he has glaucoma. Y'all tell me what it looks like. In the end, I still think they're really cute, but I don't know how to fix his eye, and I wasn't gonna start over at this point, but look at his eye. Oh, it's heartbreaking. But anyway, guys, I do apologize for that, but this is real life, right? This is sometimes the things that happen. So if you can relate, or if you've gained anything from this video, enjoyed it, had a good time, whatever, go ahead and hit that thumbs up button. If you've not already subscribed to the Whimsy Stamps channel, go ahead and do that now. And I'll also link to my channel downstairs if you're interested, and you can hop over there as well. In the meantime, the products that I've used are listed and linked downstairs in the description box. I'd love it if you would join me on all the Whimsy socials. And until next time, guys, this has been Nancy, the Handy Scandy for Whimsy. Mwah! And I'm out.